Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay, what somebody
Well,
wrote to me.
I've been down so long
Hunter.
that my mind can't get no rest.
Wow.
That's her
Damn.
comment on my video where I said I'm not talking about that stuff.
That my mind can't get no rest.
Get off my
No, no.
off my channel.
This ain't easy, darling. Cause the devil's on my trail.
Oh, stop it.
I've been running so long
I really like
that my feet
wine.
don't work no more. Oh, yeah.
What?
I've been running so long
Let me see
that my feet don't work no more. Oh, no. It ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh, yeah.
What do you got? I look so excited.
I know, right?
I'll tell you one more time. I can't run, I can't hide. I can't stay no more. No,
He doesn't want to put it.
I can't run, I can't hide. I can't stay here no more. Oh no. 'Cause when the devil's out to get you, you better pray and run slow. Oh, I'm gonna tell you one more time, baby. When the devil's out to get you, you better pray and run slow. Oh no.
And that's how we roll.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Devil's out to get ya. Better pray he runs slow. Hey, everyone. Let me put the comments on here. Hey, Real Rockin' Robin, Donna Smith, Janet Sarlos,
Butterfly
Shelly.
kisses. They won't be able to hear me because you got.
Yeah, lean forward.
Hello. Oh, I think our food's here.
Oh, is our food here right when we start our live?
Yeah.
What's your usual, Joyce? I'm a little afraid to ask what your usual is.
What?
I don't know. She said I'll do my usual and then didn't say anything. Hey, Taz, Geraldine, Eve, Joyce Phillips, Butterfly Kisses.
Maltese Cross, Joyce Phillips, Peggy Koch,
Okay, see?
Vicky Brooks. Hi, Vicky. I
Butterfly.
hope you're feeling better.
Butterfly Kisses heard ya.
Good, good.
It's chat night.
Yes, it is.
I've got some things to talk about, but nothing planned. No agenda. Per Jen's request, Thursday night is no agenda allowed.
We just want to say hi, you guys. That's
Mama
about
Jean,
it.
I'm glad I'm okay too, Mama Jean. I'm just here for the ride, you know. I know everyone's here to talk to Jen, but you know.
Okay.
Hey, Rain Dancer, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I like to make a different intro every now and then, but that one I like so much I decided to play it twice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
Missy.
he looks like a
Rico Suave.
Rico Suave. Hey, Marcia.
Oh.
I don't know. My voice. How am I going to talk if my head's over here and the mic's over there?
You can look at these comments right here. Even those are the more less delayed one. Rhode Island. Hey Tracy.
Cool.
Rhode Island in the house. Hey, True Crime
What's
Time.
up with you? Ryan's got some.
I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a really good mood.
Oh, that's good.
You
We're
want-
all in a good mood. The friends in a good mood.
I don't know, Taz. I have a long test you got to go through.
Oh, Vicky.
To get a ranch, you have to do a background check and can't be associated with any bad characters. And I don't know. I'm just making it up. Reach out to me. Message me on Facebook.
Vicky, it was interesting. It didn't go that well. I'm talking about the book club. I wasn't sure how to do it, but I finally figured it out. So we can do it next time.
I always highlight those comments.
Oh my goodness. Guys.
Oh yeah. It's true. She is beautiful. You know what someone told us? I'm not gonna say her name because she's been helping us recently and she's an amazing woman.
Oh.
But
what did she tell us?
When she visited us just yesterday, she said,
Oh.
Jen, the camera doesn't do you justice.
Oh, I'm like.
She said,
my
in
hair.
person, you are so beautiful.
In person.
Yeah. But she's like, then she corrected herself. She's like, but on camera, you look beautiful too. Taz, yes, it's Ryan Finds Truth on Facebook.
Don't trust the camera. Well, it's because of Ryan, the way he angles the freaking camera.
It's like perfect for you. It's like high and just so Taz, I'm curious because I worked with a Taz in my conspiracy busting days like a decade ago, and I'm so curious if you're the same Taz, because if you are, I want to chat.
Wait, what?
10 years ago, I worked with this guy when I was doing other types of research.
Yes.
Conspiracy busting and all that stuff.
Named Taz?
Named Taz, yeah. I'm so curious.
Moon is, well, she's just kind of resting. Just lazing around.
We moved down here because we have a door. Okay, no. Different Taz. Got it. There's lots of Tazes out there. Wait, Real Rockin' Robin.
Real Rockin' Robin, so sweet.
Wait, she just asked if we're mad at her. Why would we be mad at you?
What?
Heck no.
Where's that?
Right there. No, you're
mad? Why?
You're one of our favorites.
Why? Why would we be mad?
Gosh, no. Because we forgot to say hi. I'm sorry. There's a lot of names scrolling.
Yeah.
Letting people come in because I do have a few comments to make. Hey, Steven, so happy to see you.
Yeah, Ryan, for some reason, wouldn't tell me what he's talking about. What?
It's the Ryan and Jen drinking show.
Is it that obvious?
You don't know what's in here. Could be Gatorade because I do hydrate sometimes.
Well, let's just say he took all the Gatorade.
Shut up. So let's see if we hit, let's see how many likes are we at? If we hit over 80 likes, I'll start talking about recent news that I think a lot of people are coming in to hear about. So let's go. Come on. Like. No news, no recent news until we hit 80 what?
Real Rocky Robin, I want to know what you're talking about.
Ooh. I went to a bad chat raising some Hello Fuzzy. Got booted. Well, then we wouldn't be mad at you if you were raising Hello Fuzzy.
Can you go into detail? I'm curious.
Knowing you guys, even your hubby. Wow. I didn't think he even was a YouTube viewer type chatter. Well, good for him.
And helped us out, remember?
I like the guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like Robin's husband a lot.
Definitely.
Thank you, Joyce, for already liking. Oh, you know what? I paused it, so I don't really know how many likes there are.
Butterfly kisses.
I'm just teasing everyone. We don't care about that stuff. Although it is nice to have likes because then we get algorithm and then we get more people. But
it's true.
But according to our analytics, which Jen knows I love analytics.
I have nothing. I don't care. I don't care about analytics.
Mama Jean's always getting blocked. Really?
Wait.
Like. Yeah, according to our analytics, there's really a very limited number of our subscribers. I think a lot of our subscribers at this point are more of the They like to watch search channels,
Hmm.
and they watch videos. They're not really live YouTubers,
Lifers.
lifers. So we're here for you guys. We're here for people who, hey, shits and
Yeah,
giggles.
this is just.
Am I allowed to say shits and giggles?
Well, you just did.
It's her name, so I mean,
I think you're allowed.
yeah.
People can say whatever they want. YouTube can
Ooh, YouTube can what?
suck it.
Oh, oh, yeah. I see the likes going up. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. There's one thing I really want to say,
There always is.
and I'm like one thing, and you're like, yeah, right, one thing.
Okay.
No, something that's really important lately.
Sit back and relax, guys.
Okay, giggles. I'll call her giggles, or like schnitz and giggles, or maybe schnitzel and schnitz and giggles. That's what I'll say.
Just go on with your thing.
Okay, my thing. As you know, you guys, last time I wasn't in the greatest mood. I was flipping out. My one-time venting session.
I wasn't in a great mood either.
Neither of us were.
No.
We were really worried because we were going through some really sensitive talking with locals, and there was something we were trying to just get done quietly. Yeah. And then it was like the worst timing for some small piece of it to come out. And yes, exactly. Butterfly kisses.
Thank you.
And there's so little new stuff in Summer's case, so little. And I didn't put Summer in the title, right? So we're not only talking about the case, but I am talking about it now.
Well, this is what we've discussed, though. So the fact that there's so little
so little news, and so little, like, we struggle. I always say in the videos, you guys see it, I'm like, it's a needle in a haystack. It's a needle in a haystack. And there was this one situation where, like, oh, this is kind of hopeful. There might be something we can actually get some help with. And I mean, actually we can help with.
Right.
And the timing sucked. The timing was like, why now? Why can't it just stay quiet until we're done? And then I don't care what people say. People like YouTubers reporting their own stuff they hear, go for it. But stuff that got published was like, no, not now. The timing, just be quiet for like 2 more days. And then it worked out. I mean, nothing, there wasn't like people going and hiding, freaking out, or going, just basically not going forward with what we were trying to work on. And so what I'm getting at, I won't say.
Yeah.
I'm planning on not saying very much at all.
Right.
What I want to do is I want to tell you all that I believe when the truth comes out about the Summer Wells case, that it's going to be revealed, in my opinion, that there were one or more locals who were extremely courageous, very heroic, sacrificed their own safety potentially.
Yeah.
People, some people on YouTube that are locals, and some people that you don't know that aren't on YouTube that often. And I gotta tell you guys, we're public with what we do. We're very public with what we do. We post,
maybe too much.
We post our searches. There's so much more that the locals are active. Really, locals love Summer, care about Summer so much, and many of them are so willing to do anything to find some resolution in her case.
Yeah.
And I believe when the truth comes out, hopefully soon, but even if not soon, at some point when it comes out, you're all gonna hear the stories, and you're gonna know that locals are the ones that were trying so hard to to help the truth come out, and to help just shed away all of the darkness, wipe away all the darkness, even if it put them at risk. And it's just amazing to me. Like, I almost want to start crying again because
don't do that.
Because they're so selfless. Like,
yes.
There are locals, you guys understand, there are some locals in this case who are so selfless.
They do anything they can to help.
They just want this. The phrase is, just want this little baby found. We keep hearing this so many times, you guys. Just want this little baby found. And so, I hope the truth can come out someday. I hope it does soon. Yeah. But I'm in a good mood because it's done. It's like we did what we did. We submitted it,
Can only do so much. I mean,
and we'll just it's
the
just
right way.
it's just
anyway.
waiting. So it does make me like going forward, like that's right, Rock and Robin.
Food.
Eventually, the truth will come to light. What did the food get delivered?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Thank you. Guess we're gonna have to eat on camera, yo. No, it's not here. Oh yeah, order complete. Yes, we are local. Yeah, I mean, technically, we've been here for 1980, 20, 5 years, going on 6. And we've integrated. I would say the way I describe it is we've integrated with the local community. Our first really good friend, really good local was our landlady. She was our first introduction to local hospitality, local personality, just very God-fearing, kind, wonderful people around here. And she was the first ones to make us realize just what the culture's like down here. And over the past 5 years, we love it. We love the people. We just love that culture. It's not for everyone. Some people who come here aren't into nature, aren't into the mountains, aren't into this type of culture. I would say usually people from like California. But yeah, we're now local. Hopefully the locals consider us local by now.
Yeah.
Because we are friends with a lot of them. So
Yep. Lucky for us. I mean,
yes, honorary locals. Thank you. Try working on getting the accent right. Like I've gotten rid of my main accent. I think you don't really have a main accent anymore.
I don't know.
We're working on getting our southern kind
no,
of
I don't want to have
twang.
to like pretend to have a southern accent.
No, I would never pretend. I knew someone who lived down in Tennessee for like just a year, and then she went back to New England, and she all of a sudden had like this southern accent. Like you don't get a southern accent in 1 year. I'm sorry, but there was another thing I wanted to talk about. Shoot, it was I cannot remember. It'll come to me. This is your chat night, Jen.
What?
What would you like to talk about? With your mouth full of food.
What do you mean it's my chat?
This Thursday night's chat night with your friends.
Hi, friends.
I'm far from there. Oh, really?
There's one thing I want to say. I don't know if you go to my channel or not, but if you do, please don't like talk about the Summerwells case.
Well, I mean, at all.
Well, no, I mean like tell me what do I want? I don't know.
So Jen doesn't want, like she said last time, he doesn't want her channel to be a Summerwells channel, and she knows. I think you recognize that a lot of people are going.
No, but people are like giving me messages to take to you, like and I'm like, just
guys,
talk to Ryan.
If you need to talk to me, I'm on Facebook. Ryan Finds Truth on Facebook. Just go to my messenger. I usually respond to everyone. I think anyone in here who has messaged me, you'll agree. Pretty good at so far. Pretty good at keeping up with any messages. So just message me if you want to talk.
Well, Robin, I'm eating chicken on a stick. I'm just kind of picking pieces off.
Chicken on a stick is one of her favorite Chinese food.
Yeah, it's
orders.
really a Chinese food. Oh.
It takes 26 years, Geraldine. Oh my gosh.
What?
It takes 26 years to be like full-blooded, converted local.
Wow, I think we'll die before that, right?
Jen, 26 years. We're not that old. Wait, hold on. That puts us in like, okay, maybe we are.
In our 70s or 80s.
Oh yeah, it's so, and the place we get it from is so good. It's I don't know how they cook it. Jen tried to. Oh, you can tell the story. I don't want to.
What? No, I saw something in the grocery store that looked like it, but it didn't taste like it.
Yeah. Hey Joyce, so there's annually, I mean, every year there's been a vigil. And it's not just for summer. I mean, it started out I think for summer, but recent years it included Layla Santinello, Holland Snap, and all the other local missing people, and even Jennifer Sentinel was there. Layla Sentinel's mother was there this year. So it's, yeah, annually, I would say if you ever want to get together with some of the locals in support of missing people,
Mhm.
the annual one for Summer Wells is pretty good. It was kept quiet this year just because the YouTube drama, and the organizers don't want that around that event.
It can get like, I guess in the past it's gotten pretty bad.
We've
right?
lucked out because since we've been involved in the case, it's been pretty tame. Thank you, Rock and Robin, for sharing my email. So yeah, anybody who wants to talk to me, just send me an email. Jen really wants to focus on her interests on her channel.
Oh yeah.
She does enjoy doing what we do, but
Oh yeah.
here on this channel, not on her channel.
I mean,
Hey, Paul, good to see you.
I'm right here next to Ryan through all this, and happy to talk about it here. But,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
She's available to talk about it.
Yeah.
There's and the other thing I did want to talk about is, so obviously we submitted some information, right, to authorities, and they're working on it.
Mhm.
But then the next question is, nobody's asked it, but I ask myself, what do you do going forward? Do you just assume, all right, that's probably the truth, or that's definitely the situation? And honestly, until TBI follows up, which hopefully they will, interviews people,
That'd be nice.
gets warrants, God willing, does their searches. We don't know. It may be true, may not be true. They have what they need. For now, we're assuming that rumors. We're assuming that we don't know whether or not it's true. So we're going to continue searching. Obviously,
Of course.
we're going to keep going to the locations on our list. The day we stop searching is the day they make an arrest. We're done. Then we're done.
Yep.
And this case hopefully is going to be
case
done.
is actually solved. That's when we're done.
I don't know what other channels are going to talk about, but we're pretty much going to move on with close that case out. Of course, we're going to cover Summer, the story of the court case, and we're going to follow that closely. But when that's done, it's done, and we're going to move on to our
obviously. I mean,
passion of finding missing people.
Yes.
And I pray that's the case. I want this to be done. I want this year to be the year, and I really hope it happens.
I think so.
I'm
why
don't you tell them a little bit about your channel?
Oh gosh.
Joyce asked what your channel's about.
I was about to say I'm really tired. I don't know what happened to me. All of a sudden I'm tired, but it's so hard to explain.
I'm curious too.
Ryan,
what's the
you
focus
put
of
me
your
on
channel?
the spot. Oh, because you want to eat.
What is the focus of your channel? Have you figured it out yet? Or no?
Not really. Like I'm like kind of feeling my way through. I think I've gotten to the point where I just really want to tell you about my spiritual journey, and possibly like help you if you want to go on the same journey with me. Because I'm just starting out. I don't know. I mean, your spiritual journey is never over. And I just think you guys, a lot of you are a community that is very sensitive and empathetic.
Mhm.
And I think, a lot of you have a lot to give spiritually. That really said nothing, did it?
No, it did. So really, it's Jen. Jen is kind of the emotional, spiritual side of our searches.
Too
so
emotional. Oh my
really,
goodness.
on her channel, you'll find her diving deeper into her spiritual journey. She's just actually exploring new aspects of what she gets and what she's experiencing, trying to figure it out, and you get to kind of watch her figure it out live and work through those things. It's really people who have gifts, who sense things, are empaths will tell you that it's not like overnight. It's like, oh yeah, I I have these amazing powers now and I can be a superhero. No.
No.
It's like you start realizing you're sensitive to the outer world around you, and she's
Right.
going through learning what that means, what it really is all about. It's like weird because it's
Yeah.
also paranormal in a way.
Thank you, Shelley.
And Jen's actually a skeptic.
I am. Well, that's why I'm called the reluctant psychic.
Yeah.
I'm not a psychic.
She reluctantly
I'm
admits.
reluctant to call myself anything, and that goes along with my whole life. Like I'm not a Republican or a Democrat.
Right.
I'm a Christian, but I don't have a particular denomination that I go with.
Yeah.
It's just how I am. I just feel it out, and maybe I'm just cherry picking what I believe in, but I just believe in what's right for me. And
So-
I don't like being put into a box.
In the irony of it, if you have to know Jen personally to know that she doesn't believe, like, she tends to like fall on the skeptical side when if we watch a psychic channel. she's like, oh, that's such a joke. Like, oh my gosh, please stop watching that, Ryan. And I'm like just looking for any random, things. And she's like,
Yeah.
come on, Ryan, do you really believe that?
Mhm.
But, there's other channels I think you feel like, okay, they feel authentic. Some
I
of
think
them.
so. I mean, I just feel like the people that aren't out there like saying I'm a psychic and I can predict this and that, or and I knew that Trump was going to get shot, that sort of thing. I don't know.
You did or you didn't? No. Oh, you don't believe people who say that?
No, I just, especially after the fact. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a premonition about that.
So Jen and I, so we kind of, I guess, shared that since we met. We were both very, very, like, any new information that comes in about like people make claims, our first reaction is, yeah, right, prove it, kind of thing.
Right.
But so imagine having these emotions, having these feelings from people around you, from places around you. You can't explain why you're feeling these things. Your first reaction is maybe there's like, what's going on, like psychologically.
Like something's wrong with
Yeah.
me. That went on most of my life.
And I think
I think that's something I want to talk about pretty soon on my channel, is the mental health aspect of it all, because I know it's highly sensitive people.
Well, because if you have these feelings and you sense things, the first reaction in our society, the first reaction is, wow, that person's crazy.
Right.
What's interesting is if you look at, was the Native Americans, indigenous cultures actually take people who are different like that, and they elevate them to a status of like spiritual advisor or a.
Thanks a lot. You're taking away what I was
Oh,
going
I'm
to
sorry.
talk about.
Well, this is something Jen and I talk about all the time. This is something
I'm going to touch upon. Maybe my next video. I don't know.
But it can be taken too far. Like, people will be like, oh, so I have an ability. And then they start just going so far with it and trying to say they know things.
Right. I'm just taking it as it comes, and I'm just always scared about overstepping my bounds with anything. So I'm just doing what feels right. That's what it is.
Jen never wants to claim that she can know something for sure.
Right.
Without proof. So now she's like, if she gets an energy or feeling about energies, she's like, maybe, like, allegedly, you know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Yeah. But it's definitely a spiritual journey for her. And so she's trying to process that in her channel.
Yeah, I'm just bringing you guys along with it. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys are in the same journey, on the same journey or whatever, and we can just have a good discussion with each other. I'm not in it for a huge following or anything like that. And I just, I did touch upon the Summer Wells case because I kind of felt a little pressure, to be honest, to give my opinion about it all. And I think in my last video, I said, like, it made me so sad. Like, most YouTubers would love it if they got over 5,000 views for something. It made me sad. Because all my other videos, ones that I really had a lot of feeling for, put my feelings into, I got 200 views or something. And I'm not asking for views for my, I don't know. See, I'm always talking around things. But it made me sad that I got 5,000 views because I talked about Summer Wells.
I love that about you.
that made me sad. So I decided to make it clear that that's not what my channel is going to be about.
She's basically like the turning down the views on a genre that she doesn't feel like the channel's part of, which is
Right.
not. It's pretty rare on YouTube, so I'm really proud of her for doing
Well,
that.
no, I enjoy what Ryan and I do. I believe in what Ryan and I do here, and I put all my heart and soul into this on Ryan Finds Truth. So I feel like my other channel is just like another side of me that I want to share. And that's all I'm going to say, and I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to it. I'm going to answer a question that came up earlier.
Mhm.
I think one of my mods, Rain Dancer, answered it, but this is a good question
Oh my
because
goodness.
people. So Heather Mac,
Guys.
people will ask me
Holy.
through my life. People have asked me, "How many jobs do you work?" Because I get
1, 2, 3.
I get bored
Yeah.
easily, and if I go home from work, like I guess regular people, and I like time to relax, and I sit down and I, you know, watch TV or watch YouTube, my brain just gets bored. And so my whole life I've needed an evening thing, and it's usually turned into, well, at the beginning it was like gaming. Like when I was younger,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
I would game after work, and then we had kids, and I'm
All
like,
night. No, you gamed while we had kids.
when we had kids when they were young, then I realized can't do that. But my brain was still like needed to do something, so I wanted to do something productive to support the family. So then I started, evening things, evening work, started the online
Writing.
work. I actually started selling antiques for a while.
That was interesting.
I would go to auctions on the weekend. I would sell antiques all week, and that was what I did. And then eventually went over to the online research, editing, and all that stuff. And that was up until I started having like refiguring out my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I'm a Libra, I guess. Maybe. Um,
I don't know.
I got to the point where I was working. It was work. So like editing and writing was I would come home from a long day at work and I would go back to work and it was work.
But you
What
enjoyed it.
it kind of enjoyed it, but I was still sitting at a desk just
Yeah.
working,
Yeah.
which
Not much different from
I
your
would be like 15, 16 hours a
regular.
day working.
Yeah.
And again, same thing. People would ask me that question like, how many jobs do you have? Are you retired doing this online work? Because I would do it practically
Who does your laundry? How do you get things done around the house? Like, who
Yeah.
cleans your house? Like,
Jen and I have a very interesting contract in our marriage. Like we've decided at one point, she goes to me one time, she's like, all right, Ryan, I think I accept the fact that you just love working and someone needs to take care of everything else, like everything else. And so we kind of just fell into these roles.
I've learned it's everything else is a lot.
Oh yeah, it is.
I didn't know I was a.
You've learned that everything else is a lot.
Whatever. I do everything at home. I'm sorry, but I do.
So Marcia, we absolutely always have the crab rangoons. Always. That's like our go-to appetizer. Yep. Crab rangoons.
So don't worry about it. We got it. We got it covered.
We have it. So yeah, to answer your question, I'm not retired. I don't plan on retiring for a long time, but I do have a dream one day of this what we do now has become my passion 100%. I love the idea of being able to bring answers to families of missing people and actually to contribute. Like all the work I did before, my passion before didn't contributed to like online knowledge about tech things and truth about conspiracies, but it never felt like a good thing, and this feels like a good thing. Like we're contributing something positive to the world.
I've got to say, I've seen Ryan go through a lot of phases. I guess I could call them like different, things that you enjoyed doing, and you were writing. You had a blog. Was it a blog?
I had a blog. Yeah.
I had a blog. You did so much research, and he puts his all into everything he does. But I gotta say, I haven't seen him so invested and passionate about anything he's done until now, until what we're doing
I
now.
feel like it really matters
Yeah.
to the world. Like it can matter. I don't know when the first one's going to be, you guys. I don't know if it's going to be this year, 5 years, 10 years, but I just feel like eventually we're going to be able to bring in answers for our family. It's going to feel so
She'll
good.
always be with us. I mean, we might, start searching for some other people. We have with like Layla Santinello.
Summer will always be our first.
Be our first
case,
and she'll always be with us, and we'll always be searching for her.
Real Rockin' Robin. It's from Ming's in Johnson City.
We always buy it.
It's our go-to place.
Yeah, we always buy our Chinese there.
It's so good.
Which is quite often, at least once a week.
Free. We just gave free advertising to Ming's. Ming's is good because the value's good, the quality's good, and the price is good. So there you go. Free advertising for Ming's.
And they're fast.
And they are really
fast service.
Yeah, wicked fast.
Sure you wanted to hear about that.
What's going on out there? What do you guys want us to talk about? Ask us some questions.
Please.
Even if it's drama.
I don't know, but
we'll craftily avoid the drama. Yeah.
I don't know why, but all of a sudden I'm tired.
What?
So tired.
We just started.
I had half an hour. I'm like, what's wrong with you, Jen?
In the world?
I don't know.
We did go out, believe it or not, like out of the blue. Nug had messaged me, and you guys probably saw the comments on the post on Facebook. I was not expecting to go out with Adam and Nug so soon. Like I was thinking I would have to find, potential location and then call them back. They were like, hey, we're coming into Kingsport this weekend. Do you want to do some searching? I'm like, yeah, I don't have to ask twice. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We have 2 girls.
2 girls, and the puppy is upstairs snoozing.
Pretty much grown girls at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Still going to college.
But pretty much.
Well, they're still going to college, but they've been going to college.
They're in their 20s.
They've been going to college for a long time, in my opinion. But they have been finding themselves in what they really want to do with their lives, and we're excited for them for what they've chosen. I think they have really bright futures. So we have 2 girls with very bright futures.
Paul, I think I don't know. I'll never sleep though.
No coffee at night. So yeah, we went out with Nug and Adam last week. Well, I went out with them last week. We did some really cool drone searches. I'm excited because Adam was doing his drone, which is, I think, a little more advanced. And mine was, oh man, I love the Gladius Mini. I got to tell you, now that I figured out how to control it, how it works, I'm so excited to get out to water locations. And if you all have water locations that you think should be checked out, I can do it so fast now. And I can
he's just raring to go.
Seriously, it's like a video game. I've always been into video games. So it's like I can go down a shoreline with a drone and pretty much do a really thorough search.
What's the Pakai Hot Chip Challenge? What is that?
We are not doing any hot challenges on this live.
Chip? It's not hot chicken wing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what Pakai is, but it sounds to me like the whole chili pepper challenge type thing, or hot chip or hot
I can take
wings challenge.
Spicy to a point.
Thank you, Spiritual Gangstress. Honestly, it's a weird. Can you imagine, let's say the channel just goes to 1 viewer tomorrow.
Okay.
There would be no inclination to stop searching. Do you know what I mean?
Well, sometimes under pressure when it's gotten really bad, as far as YouTube goes, I'm like, Ryan, I don't want to do this anymore. Can we just search for summer and not even?
Yeah, the drama.
This part. Sometimes I'm like, why? But
the YouTube side of things,
we get help from you guys.
We do. We get help. We get resources. So we feel like we need to do the YouTube side to get help in a lot of cases, get more people to contribute, help us out. And we'll never stop. There's nothing that's going to stop us from trying to help families.
I apologize to you guys that I'm eating. I'm just really hungry. Don't mean to be rude.
Yep, we did. It was very cool.
What?
We spent from 7 and 9 in the
Oh,
morning,
yeah.
9 or 10. We being Nug, Adam, and I, and we started from Laurel Run River, the river by Laurel Run. We went all the way as far as we could. You'll see the video. We couldn't do the whole thing, and you'll see why. Then we caught a ride from some local guys who were like, I think I recognize you guys online. I'm sure they recognize them.
Not funny.
And then we went over back to the Holston. So we did Fort Patrick Henry Lake, and we did more of the cliff area, not the cove. Still, I'm sorry. We will get back to the cove with our drone.
I want to go to that cove.
I'll be able to do it next time because I really understand how to use it now. Last time I forgot my wire to my phone, so it's like, you know.
Steven, I don't think I could do that.
I don't see any Steven comment.
How does chip with Carolina Reaper
Oh,
spice?
yeah, heck no. Dude, so Steven, here's what happens to me when I eat a hot chili that's too hot. And for me, jalapeno, mild,
It doesn't take much for Ryan.
is like the hottest I can go. We went to a buffet once. We don't really go to buffets anymore because we don't eat as much as I used to.
I'm
but
supposed to talk about
yeah,
that.
I know. But I accidentally took a hot jalapeno and put it in my food, and it had the seeds. So you know how the seeds, of course, are like crazy hot. I put that thing in my mouth with other food, even with other food. And what happens to me when I eat something that's too hot is that I get involuntary hiccups. And I was with the family. We were at this buffet, and I took that bite and within like 15 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
I was like involuntarily hiccuping, and I couldn't stop it.
That's
And
too
it
funny.
hurt so bad. But that's what happens to me. So I avoid anything with too much heat. It's just painful.
I've had some bad experiences.
I don't know how people do it.
With
I don't know
spicy.
I don't know how people do it. It is funny though to see someone involuntarily hiccup. I'll admit that. The girls were laughing. That was like, this hurts. This is horrible.
One time, Ryan and I were eating. I think we had sushi, and I saw this green stuff on the side. No.
Tell the whole story.
No, yeah.
No, start with we were in college. We decided to go to a Japanese restaurant, like a fancy Japanese restaurant for one of our anniversaries. Okay. Set the scene. Set the scene.
I don't remember. I only remember one part of it.
I'm talking the kind of Japanese restaurant where you're kneeling, right, on pillows.
No, you weren't.
Right? No. We were on pillows.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were. We were kneeling.
Can I just tell them the part of the story that I'm talking about?
We'll get to your part. Then you can tell it. So Jen ordered the box, right? The box with all these different cool things. And I ordered, I don't know what, it didn't matter because I'm watching Jen while this happened. Okay. So tell the story.
So as I was saying, sorry, my mouth is full. There was this green stuff on the side. I didn't know what the heck it was. I thought it was avocado.
Avocado?
So
no, guacamole.
Oh my gosh, will you shut up?
It was guacamole. You said, oh, guacamole, yay.
Whatever. Same thing. Why do you keep...
I can picture it in my head.
My gosh,
I can picture it in my head. You're like, yay, guacamole.
Stop.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So, Pam, it was not guacamole. It was wasabi.
Tell them what you did.
I ate it.
With what? She took
nothing.
You guys, she took a glob. Like if guacamole,
I didn't put on anything.
You take a glob. She took a glob of wasabi and put it in her mouth.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. So anyway, I think Ryan could see the steam coming out of my ears and my nose. It was the worst pain in the entire world.
Yes, wasabi sauce. Her face got red instantly.
Oh my god. If I even taste a teeny tiny bit of wasabi now, I just want to die.
Her eyes are watering. Her nose is running. God. She's like, I think I'm going to die.
I think I said that. Oh my gosh, it's horrible.
I'm going to die, right? I'm going to die. I'm like, just let it fade. It's going to be okay. It's almost like getting pepper sprayed in the face, really.
I don't know. I've never been pepper sprayed, but this was pretty bad.
I imagine that's what it was.
Pretty darn bad.
Yeah. So that was one of our favorite moments, one of our best memories.
Yeah, it was great.
One of our best precious memories.
Obviously one of Ryan's favorite memories.
Oh, it was so funny. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't laugh when you're in pain, but it went away, right? Eventually. Oh,
So you guys probably aren't surprised at our shenanigans when we were young and
that
impressionable.
was college. That was college.
We hadn't been married yet.
I don't remember if it was
It
before
all
or
kind
after.
of goes together. Once we met, we were kind of stuck together from
We are
then
kind
on.
of like peas and carrots. Who's the peas and who's the carrots? I like peas.
Good, because I was gonna say I like carrots.
Got protein, you know.
You're so weird.
You can have the
I'll take the carrots.
Carrots have like what? Beta carotene. There you go. You get the beta carotene. I get the protein.
Yes, Keisha.
Yeah, oh yeah. She cried. She cried.
I did.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if I got up from the table or not, but I thought I was gonna die. Really.
I'm glad, Cynthia.
Cynthia.
I hope that you guys enjoy our lives, enjoy our videos. We do. I'll admit. I mean, I try to make it interesting for you all. I don't want it just to be like, "Hey, I'm on my cell phone walking through the woods," or because a lot of
Now
channels.
don't make fun.
I'm not making fun, but I guess I am. But it's very emotional what we're doing. It's very emotional what we're doing, and when we're out there, we feel emotions. So I don't know. It's always
nice to kind of like
tell the story of what we're feeling.
Yeah, kind of like get it all out so we can like, pull up our bootstraps, where they say, and get going.
Yeah.
Next time.
I've been lucky.
But you were questioning doing lives like this.
Lives? Well,
like
no.
This,
what I questioned was putting summer in the title and then being like, let's just chat. And like you said, people do that and it feels icky. But if it's just a chat like, hang out with our followers and yeah, a lot of people. Well,
Marsha, I think so.
Some people, it slowed down, Stephen, when the Sebastian case became like really popular on YouTube. It was like overnight. All of a sudden, all the ones that were covering Summer's case just flipped right over to Sebastian, and it's almost like that. Almost, I feel bad because I almost feel like I don't want. It's such a bad reason to not cover Sebastian's case.
I wasn't listening.
Everyone is running toward what's the most popular case now, and everyone just shifted over to Sebastian, and it's like poor Summer.
Yeah, but
was getting all this coverage.
We can't really say that though, because he needs coverage as well.
He absolutely needs. So that's good, right? I mean, if they're going to cover Sebastian, do we really need to go over to that?
The only problem with us is that we don't live very close to where Sebastian lived.
It's like 5 hours.
And obviously we live close to where Summer lived. So what?
Oh, she said, I have jokes. You took it wrong. She was joking, whatever she said. So, just Jen, I have a joke to share with you.
Oh,
my grandmother told me today. Why can't Elsa hold the balloon? Please tell us why Elsa can't hold the balloon. I really want to hear this one.
Eliza.
Elsa from Frozen.
Oh, Elsa.
I think it's Frozen,
because she's cold? I don't know. Please give me the answer. Vicky, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Stephen, I had an uncle who was in the military, and he told me about that tear gas training, and it sounds horrible. It sounds like a nightmare. I would hate doing that.
Oh, Vicky, good one.
She just let it go.
She just lets it go.
Let it go. That's a good one.
Let it go.
I've watched so much case since the first week. So yeah, I know. 3 years. I was just talking about that with our very good friend, and I try not to name names because she doesn't like anything being on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So, but you all know her, and we talk often, and she cries often about it. But same with her. She's
want resolution
tired
for all these
no resolution
for
in
all
this
these
case.
People. It's painful. Every year it goes by, it's more painful, I think.
We live by Sebastian. We're thinking of moving to Summer's area, just worried about the trafficking. I'll be honest. Hey, it's me. It gets a lot of publicity, the bad stuff that happens.
Oh yeah.
It's you think about cases if you follow the Amber Alerts, actually the majority of them are found alive. Like there were a couple girls that went missing recently. They were might be endangered. I'm not sure how it went out.
Mm.
Within like a couple weeks, they were found together. They were runaways, and so that's the majority of cases. It's really rare. It's I think the only thing that's
You
weird.
hear about it more because it's like a big deal, but it's actually fairly rare, right?
It is, but it is weird around here. There are multiple cases.
Yeah, it's
in the small local area,
kind of
which is,
creepy.
but it's not dangerous. Like if you are looking at East Tennessee, I gotta tell you, hey, it's me. It's beautiful here. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
beautiful.
we feel very safe
It's very
where
safe
we
here.
are.
Pick a good place to live. Like yeah, I wouldn't move to a bad street in Kingsport where there's like tripped out people
You
walking
can
down the
tell.
street. But other than that, I mean, it's
No,
beautiful.
it is beautiful, and it's sad, but a lot of tiny communities everywhere have these drug problems.
Yeah, yeah. Every community has
You know.
drug problems. I I don't know what's these cases, and you guys also these other cases. I'm hearing like things are rolling, things are moving, and then we're
Mhm.
praying so much that in the next 2 or 3 days, I think there's going to be some thing in Leyland or Holland's case. I don't know which because it's
Yep.
like rumors through the grapevine, and I'm just praying it's true. So keep your ears open, keep your eyes open for news over the by next week, hopefully. Those cases, we've been reading about it, studying it, talking to people, and
Right.
it's like
Meeting with families.
so sad. It's so sad because they're because they take because they were taking drugs. It just feels like they're not taking it seriously
No.
as other cases.
I'm sorry, I was reading.
Yeah.
Vicky, you're full of it. Where's in why did the rooster go to KFC? I don't want to know why.
It clean jokes, right? Just okay.
You wanted to see a chicken
Okay.
strip.
That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Vicky, I guess you are feeling better.
We moved to Tennessee 5 years ago. That area
Oh,
looks so much like
gosh.
East Tennessee. I miss the mountains. That's why we came back here. To be honest with you, like, well, not back here. That's why we moved here
Mm.
5 years ago because we moved to Indiana from New England. We
Ugh.
grew up with the mountains. I grew up with the mountain, like in the mountains of northern Maine. We have Katahdin up there, which is beautiful. We have the White Mountains, and when we lived with the kids and we were raising the
Ugh.
kids, we had the White Mountains and we had the
Right.
ocean. Then we moved to
Yes.
Indianapolis, Indiana, and it was like
Nothing.
the sky is wide open, but it's so flat. There's no mountains.
It just wasn't us. Like, not at all where we grew up. It just wasn't. I don't know. I know a lot of people love Indiana. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Indiana's beautiful.
It's just like it wasn't for us.
Thank you, Paula. It's a wide open sky. If you like the sky to go from horizon to horizon, Indiana's great. We missed seeing a mountain in the distance.
Yeah.
Like, and when we drove, the first time we drove to the property we're at, there's a hill you go on Route 36 on heading into Johnson City, and you come over this rise and you see the Smoky Mountains. It's actually Unicoi Mountains, but they're part of the Smokies. And my heart stopped in my throat. It was like, wow. I get to see that when I drive home every day from work. And that to me was beautiful. Like, we're here for
There's
life.
all the hiking, and I just feel like there's everything here. I just love it here.
It's not city, and people who like city, they don't really like it that much, but it has everything we need. I mean, Johnson City's not bad.
Everybody's different, but for us, this is the perfect place.
If you're thinking of East Tennessee, not to promote our own videos, but I got to tell you, Jen and I toured Johnson City one day, and one of our older videos, go back to our older videos, Jen and I walked around Johnson City. And
I remember that.
And we like went to restaurants, we went to shops, we went to different places to show everyone Johnson City. We even did the park. We walked through the park.
Yeah, that was fun.
And Jen, oh, you guys, you got to check out the video now. I just thought of a scene that was hilarious.
Oh gosh.
Jen,
what did I do?
In the park, Jen was going, I cannot give the middle finger. And I'm like,
oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I'm like, BS.
Why?
I'm like, BS. Everyone can give the middle finger if you really want to. And she tried to do it on video, and it was the funniest
I'm
thing ever.
just not.
It was like her.
able.
It was like her fingers were broken. She kept going, meh.
I just can't. I don't know. I'm a prude.
Please check it
I
out.
know my brain is prudish.
Especially if you're thinking of moving here. We showed you the areas, and then you get to see Jen make a pathetic attempt to give a middle finger, and she can't.
But see, I wouldn't give. I never have given the middle finger. Oh Lord. Wait. Okay, so we're talking about that, and people are talking about very
What?
deep stuff. Yeah, cemeteries. That
What am I missing? Oh, yeah, okay.
very
Connie,
important.
Jen has said before she likes cemeteries. I also wonder if that could have been what happened in summer. So, Joyce, we started at Light Cemetery. We went to in Rogersville, and then we went and took a look at different cemeteries. You'll see in various videos. I think the Rogersville one, the Ben Hill one we went on, we might have gone to a cemetery near there.
Right.
And then we were like, well, you can't legally do anything at a cemetery. Like the only thing that's gonna stop it. The only thing that is that can be done at a cemetery is a search warrant and the authorities.
Right.
It's illegal to dig anywhere in a cemetery. So even if we went there, it's like we can't do anything legally. So
But cemeteries have always, I don't know, intrigued me.
I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know if ground penetrating radar, you'll see a coffin. Like
Mhm.
you won't see anything. So that's why criminals do that.
Though.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good questions. I have heard. So if you're the weird stuff happens, Cynthia, I just again I'm a skeptic, but I've had so many friends who told me when they lived next to a cemetery, they had weird things happen.
It's not very surprising.
Like their house magically was somehow had weird haunting events, and
But
it's like,
I mean, in a way, like deep down,
Really?
you kind of expect it. I would think, like
you guys, let me tell you. Okay, I had a friend in Maine when I worked in southern Maine who lived near an old Native American burial ground, and they swore that some evenings they would see an old Indian chief, standing in the field. Can you believe that?
wait, what? I was reading.
They lived near a Native
Sorry.
American burial ground
Ugh.
right next to their house. They knew it was an old burial ground. And every now and then, late in the evening, they would see an Indian chief, Native American
wow.
chief, standing in the field.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Just weird stories like that. I always wonder. I don't know if I could live near a cemetery. I really don't. I'm sorry. I love them. They're peaceful places, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I watch too many horror movies with Jen, so.
With me.
Well, let me tell you, Stephen. In my personal experience, that is not always the case. Because we have gone through cemeteries to get to other properties. Actually, there was the field.
What are you
Stephen was saying security at a cemetery will kick you out if you're not visiting a deceased family member. We've been to a lot of cemeteries to access the land around the cemetery.
I would think they'd be scared to come at you that you actually are visiting, a loved one, and then I don't know.
Can we talk about this? I read that Sunflower Sky. So, and this goes back to the glycerol intoxication theory, goes to the slushies. So there have been kids who have either an allergy or they drink too much of the slushy, and apparently the glycerol in the slushy has made them get very sick.
Really?
Yeah, and
I have a feeling she's had a lot of slushies in her life, though.
But so Sunflower Sky, I think it's kids who don't normally drink it, and then they have like they have a sensitivity
That's
to it.
Interesting. I didn't know about.
But yeah, I read about a case of a boy who got really sick. So it is interesting. But this case, I think Summer always drank a lot of slushies. I think it was her thing, so I don't know that it would
Who
be.
know? Like,
Yeah. Ooh, I think I know Steel Creek. I know where that is. Yeah, we've been there.
haunted.
Huh.
Ooh.
Might need to check that out.
I don't know why I like going to cemeteries.
Jen finds
that
them
weird?
peace. Jen finds cemeteries like really
I
peaceful.
do. I don't know.
Just like very peaceful place to. She always feels calm when we go to a cemetery. My dad agrees too. My dad feels
Yeah.
the same way. Yeah, he's like it's a place of rest, place of being
I
at
know.
peace.
It's just like
Yeah.
the places of the living aren't exactly restful to me. Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Royal Blue. There are places I used to be so into. I actually was kind of into outdoor searches, but I was searching for like mysteries, weird areas that had like weird history behind them and rumors of ghosts or things like that. And we went to places that were like massacre. There was a massacre that
Mm.
took place during the colonial times, and there were rumors of like just this burial ground of natives.
Right.
We never. I've been so many places like that. The something triangle in Massachusetts. If any of you are from Massachusetts, please help
I
me.
don't know. I have no idea.
There's a haunted triangle. What is
You
it
would
called?
know. You should
Oh,
know.
I should
You're
know.
into
It's been
that
years.
stuff.
There's a documentary on it. There's a triangular area of land. I even went there to see if we could like see or witness anything, and
Hmm.
personally never
Nothing.
have. So,
Hmm.
but they had reports of like creatures, people
Oh,
seeing creatures while driving through, and just all kinds of crazy stories.
weird.
Yeah.
I am like.
It's like the moment we go online, Jen's like, I'm
I'm
tired.
sorry. I don't know what's wrong. I think it's because like I'm sitting down and I'm relaxing finally,
Mm.
and so like my I don't know, everything's catching up to me, and I'm realizing I'm tired, but I'm not doing the coffee thing.
Okay, Keisha,
Keisha,
I
I
would
think.
be fascinated to do that. I would.
Ooh,
I kind of my. I get into too many things. Like I have too many interests, and I try to avoid diving down too far down rabbit holes like that because my videos would start being like going to visit weird places and searching, and I don't have time. Like I got to focus on one thing.
you don't have
I
time.
and
What are
I
you talking about?
yeah,
You never do anything. What's up with that?
I have a
You're
hard
so
time.
lazy.
Thank you. I have a hard time staying focused on just one thing, so I'm trying not to get drawn into like the idea of
Ugh,
exploring abandoned places because I think I would, and
that would be. I'd enjoy doing that. I think.
that would be fun. But we don't have to. I got to a point in my life where I'm like, I have to accept the fact that I don't have 65 hours in a day. There's 24, so we got to focus. We got to focus on what's important.
Um. Hey, it's me. I really don't. It's weird because I don't get nervous, or if that's what you mean, about coming on here. I think it just makes me relax, and that makes me tired. Does that make sense?
She loves to. She loves to socialize, right?
Uh, I'm weird because um in-person friendships aren't abounding in my life. So, I mean, I'm kind of secluded over here. So, therefore, I love having you guys as friends. I really feel like you are friends. Maybe I'm being weird, but
What was the question, Marsha? She's happy to
oh,
answer it.
sorry. I never answered.
Oh, Shelly, I'm going to highlight that comment. We'll get back to it.
What's that?
That's a good one.
I don't see what Marsha's talking about.
You know, we used to be shy in person. Well, I used to be shy.
I am shy. I don't know. When I meet people, I can talk. I'm fine. It's just like if I spend a lot of time with a lot of people, like if I go to Walmart, I have to sleep for the rest of the day. It's kind of funny.
I was shy until I don't know. I hit a point in my life where Jen even told me, she's like, "You're like a different person," because I used to be. I hated talking in meetings. I hated talking to
I know you.
crowds,
All of a sudden, something clicked.
and like all of a sudden, my confidence flipped, and I don't know what it was, but I love talking to people now, and I don't know. It's self confidence. Hey, it's me. I think it's self confidence,
Yeah.
and once you find a way to build that inside yourself and feel comfortable in your own skin, and like people don't think people don't actually think you're weird. Okay. You may think they think you're weird when you're talking to people. You're like, oh, they're looking at some weird thing about me that you think is weird, or I have a birthmark.
Oh,
And
gee, who could that be?
it's like most people aren't, and they're actually really interested in you and what you have to say,
Mhm.
and they want to hear what you have to say. And once you realize that, it just makes it easier. But I know it's hard, especially if you're subconscious.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Real Rockin' Robin, I don't know. I haven't specifically gotten my sugar checked. I do have like a yearly exam where I think they might check it, but I did have um gestational diabetes when I had the girls, but like they said I was fine after, so I don't know. I just get tired. Maybe I should look into that again. I'm not sure. Thanks for caring.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Oh, thank you.
I wish I could see my own aura.
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody had a question for
Yeah, there
me.
was one here, Shelly. I saved it.
And
I wanted to answer this one. It's really important.
oh,
Oh wait, Marsha, I'll save that one. I promise we won't.
my
We'll get back
answer
to
is
it.
no.
Wait, shoot. That one right.
Oh, this
This one.
Marsha, yeah.
Let me answer
I
Shelly.
started.
Shelly, I absolutely loved libraries. When we were in college, that's all there was. Like
Yeah.
there was no internet. We had to go to the library.
I'm sorry, but I found it a lot easier. Like I had to do a lot of research papers. It was a lot easier knowing exactly what, where to look, who to trust for information. Now it's just like a free for all with information. Nobody knows what's real and what's not. That's just me.
I do. I'll tell you, I love the internet because
Oh.
on the internet I found, so there's this thing called it says form of intelligence gathering, and there's tools out there that let you dig into databases, various databases, OSINT, operational security intelligence,
You're
or whatever.
asking me?
But there are tools like actually let you dig really deep, not just background checks on people, but social media, and you can just. And I have friends on now. Well, many of you I work with, and some of you all are amazing at just like making connections between people and families.
Well, I mean that sort of thing.
The
I'm
internet
talking
is
about
so powerful.
like research. Like I was an English major, and if I had Google when I had to do research papers, I think I would have gone out of my mind.
It's so limiting, though. I mean, the library
No, but
was
we
so
knew
limited.
what resources were, you know, legitimate. Now we don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's get back to some of these questions. So, Marsha, I still didn't get the question you asked.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I've got you stating this,
Start
but
answering.
if you can ask it again, Jen is happy to answer.
Yeah.
Jen, here's one for you. How do you make your coffee?
Well, just in a regular coffee pot. What do we have, like Mr. Coffee?
No. You have a special thing you do with the cream.
Oh, well, I have creamer, and then I put it in a thing, and then I use a frother to like kind of, mix it up a little bit so it gets more creamy, and then I pour it in the coffee. I'm not a barista.
Well, even that is fancier than me. I take black coffee and I pour it in a cup and I drink it. So I'm like Mr. Nothing in my coffee. I used to love sweet coffee, and then all of a sudden I had black coffee out of convenience. Then I just started getting a taste for it.
Yeah, but like creamer, using a frother with creamer is kind of cool because it lightens it up a little bit. I would try it if I were you.
There's so much I'm suspicious about the day that Summer went missing, what she did, what she consumed, what she experienced, and there's so many questions at each element of the trip. It's something, you know, there's you start almost imagining like all the things that could go wrong that day. And I'm sure, you know, glycerin is a scenario that there was the slushy, there was people smoking vape in a car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were
They
hot.
call it hot boxing.
They weren't quite hot boxing, or maybe they were. I don't know. But then there's the overheating during the shopping, and so many scenarios that could be true. The glycerin is a little harder because it's such a rare thing that happens to kids.
Yeah, I hadn't even known.
Um,
I didn't even know about.
It's very rare. Oh
Yeah.
shoot! I had Steven. Steven, I know you asked about sonar.
Oh yeah, what?
Um,
I
I have
that.
been researching. I know that. So when Vern was showing me sonar, he uses Garmin, and I realized that while the down scan is useful, it doesn't show you as much detail. And so I'm looking at some of the Garmin models that have side scan that show you a different width of the bottom of the water. And I don't know, it's man, it's amazing some of the images that come out of it. Unfortunately, sonar is only going to tell us where like there's an actual object like a barrel or a box, a cooler, maybe even something rolled up in a blanket or carpet, but it's not going to, if there's just bones somewhere,
Yeah.
it's not going to help us unless it's in a debris pile. And then the drone's going to help with that. But I am looking at one of the advanced sonar units from Garmin. Unfortunately, it's like, I don't know, 1,500.
Oh my goodness.
So
everything's
saving up for
so
it.
expensive.
Yeah.
Shelly, is that the question? Is she the one that had the question?
Which route? No, Marsha did. But
Marsha.
Shelly, what's your opinion on dry drowning? You can answer that one if you have an opinion. Dry drowning. It's when they get a little bit of water in their lungs and then they actually drown kind of afterwards without having drowned in the water.
I think there are so many things that day that could have gone wrong.
Take a look. Let's.
I don't know.
Let's take a look.
What are you looking at, the definition?
Yeah, everyone's curious. Let's find out what dry drowning actually is. I took a guess at what I remembered, but dry drowning is a lung injury that occurs when someone inhales water through their mouth or nose or mouth, causing their vocal cords to spasm and close, preventing air from entering their lungs. It can happen during swimming or bathing, and the reaction can be immediate, even after the person has left the water. The term dry drowning is used because the victim's lungs do not actually fill with water.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't know about that.
Yep.
It's, it's another, in my opinion, I don't know about you, Ryan, it's just another thing that could have happened.
Could have.
It's
less, to me, just my personal opinion, I think it's less likely because, again, it's really rare. It doesn't happen often. And she swam all the time. Like, she was a little fish. There are pictures of her in the water all the time. So, the likelihood of that happening. However, someone just posted something that is my opinion. Yeah, thank you, Kat. Me too. I think cholesterol is a stretch, but there's something that's not. So this right here, y'all, schnitz and giggles. This is kind of my preferred theory right now. If it's an accidental theory, Jen and I talked about that in the car, and we were like, you go swimming. So you kind of cool off, although the water in Tennessee in June is like 70 something degrees. So it's not
bath water,
but it's still cooler than the air. So she might have been warm. Her whole body's warm. Yeah. Gets out of the water. And then after she gets out of the water, her body gets warm again because it's like 80 something degrees on that day. So she starts warming up. Hey, I'd like to have a slushie.
Yeah. They said it was burning hot.
It was baking hot is the exact words. So they go get a slushie. So you think about the body's core and your overall body temperature, and her core is warming up. Lush is in the back seat. Not too hot at that point because she'd gone swimming, so it wasn't too bad.
I guess they didn't use air conditioning.
They don't. No, she said she didn't like air conditioning. So they go to Sonic and they get a slushie. And if you drink a slushie fast, your core like immediately gets cold, like cool down. And she actually, I think Candace actually joked at one point, not joked, but she made a comment to Chris McDonough, that sometimes Summer was like, "Could you put the windows down? I'm cold." And that I was like, wow, that's interesting, because if she had been drinking a slushy really fast, her core would have gotten really cold.
Right.
Really cool
I don't
core.
understand. Like in the pictures, I hate talking about this.
Well,
Ugh.
it's just a topic
Well,
they're
in the
asking
pictures
about
though, she had long sleeve shirt, long pants.
because she was cold.
Right.
Yeah,
But
at some
it
point
was baking hot. I don't know.
she was cold because I think drinking the slushy really, really made her cool down fast.
No, but they put those clothes on her at the swimming pool.
We don't know where they
Well,
put.
I thought that's what she
Yeah.
said.
And then, so now her core is really cold, and then 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 40 minutes in a really hot day, whether the door was open or not, it was 85, 81 to 85
No, around
degrees.
here it's like 90
In June,
degrees.
it is horrible.
Yeah.
And so going from a really, really icy cold core from the slushy to immediately going overheating, that to me sounds like a scenario that's likely.
Yeah. That sort of thing is hard on the system.
Yeah, it's a shock.
Especially with a young child, they're more susceptible to, issues with overheating.
It's a good question, Robin. There's something I don't know. Like, there could be, I don't know. Speculating on that. Why not just go to the hospital?
Yeah.
It's not like they had drugs in the car to be afraid of, or
Right.
maybe, but I don't think so. Nobody's going to go to the
This
house
is
if they
all
went to the ER.
speculation.
Total speculation.
Which, as you know, I do not like to do.
Yeah.
But
Jen's like,
you guys get mad at me. So Ryan gets mad at me, like, why did you let me talk?
Hey, Tammy. Yeah, it totally makes sense if she was like getting chilly from drinking.
Right. Yeah, she
cold
did. In the
drink.
picture, she did have full length clothing.
Yeah, it was yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the being hit scenario is another one of my top accident theories. And then someone freaked out and just took her
These
away.
will just be theories until we find out what really happened.
Yeah. It's so hard. There's so many scenarios that could be realistically true,
Yeah.
And understandable why it happened, how it happened. So, Vicky, what regulates your core? I must have missed it. Shoot. Not recommend. Yes. And you know what? I read articles about people who were working out in the gym and like working out hard, and then they get ice water and they drink it and their body goes into shock because it's like too rapid of a change of temperature. And that's the kind of thing I was thinking of. I don't know if she was though, Steven, because I think she loves slushies.
I think she could have been fill of sugar.
Yeah, I mean, she liked candy.
I have a feeling she might have eaten a lot of sugar.
Yeah, so I don't know if
as I did as a child.
I don't think that's confirmed, but if it was at the house, Tanuski, that's a cool name. But if it was an accident that happened before they got home, then
Marsha, I do.
But probably, if something happened at the house, that would make sense. Marsha.
Oh my gosh.
Marsha. Do you and I think that maybe it's the Lord trying to help you when you get feelings?
I do.
100%. I believe that Jen's empathic sense is 100% from divine.
Well, I don't want to go that far.
I have no doubt that it's like people are like, oh, anything paranormal, anything psychic related at all is of the devil. And I'm not going to say that I don't think that's not true. I think there are things that people do. I'd say the Ouija board tools, other tools they use, that it's like, do you really need man-made tools to communicate with your spiritual realm?
You shouldn't.
I mean, you are made of God, and God can communicate with you just fine. And angels, we believe in angels.
Oh yes,
can help you without any intermediate things. So I do believe that I really strongly believe that people get messages and people get feelings from God guiding them in their lives. And that's what that is.
Yes, I believe it. What?
I don't know.
We're the Brady Bunch.
Yep.
I watch that show all the time.
Yes, that's right, Robin. That's what I've been told too. You drink lukewarm water when you've
Yeah.
when you're overheated or overcooled. Actually, if you're hyperthermic,
Mm.
no, don't drink hot coffee or something after you've gotten cold temperature for too long.
Right.
'cause that'll
Anything that
just-
would be a shock to the system isn't
Yep.
good.
Yep, I agree, Robin. I believe that very strongly. If it was so high, they would have been found out. Yeah.
It's true.
It is a scenario that would explain why not calling 911 right away if something happened at the house. Because
Yeah.
if there are things at the house, yes, that would totally explain it if that was what happened. Can't deny
Yep.
that. I don't know about that spiritual gangsteress. Well, SO, as far as his childhood things that came out, maybe, but I wouldn't go as far as to actually accuse him of being a full-fledged. Anyway, we don't want to go down that road of talking bad about the parents about things like that.
No.
Hi guys, I remember her father saying she hadn't learned to swim yet. But oh really?
Oh, okay.
Those other lake pics, she wore a life jacket or swimmies. Maybe.
I'm so surprised because she was always in the water.
She was always in the water, and she was at waterfalls. I'll tell you guys though, the water there is, until you get pretty far out, it's not
It's very shallow.
It's not super deep.
Yeah.
I just don't see the water being an issue for her.
Mm.
She was so used to water. Summer's color didn't look healthy. Sometimes there were some pictures where she looked pale, but again,
I mean, I don't know if her general diet, etc.,
Right.
was very healthy.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
it.
could explain the pallor to her skin.
It's like a lot of kids from poor families, though, who your diet is like hot dogs and macaroni and cheese or whatever. I mean, like,
Or most kids, that's all they want to eat.
Yeah.
And sometimes the parents are like, whatever, as long
But
as they eat.
yeah, there were some pictures she didn't look healthy. There were some pictures she looked glowing. Like there were some that she looked like angelic almost.
Mhm.
So it's hard to say. Pictures are weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Marsha, you would not even believe how much we're leaning on
That's
God right now.
all there is.
Yeah, we pray
So
about
they
it
say a
often,
wing and a prayer.
and especially times
Mm.
like this week where we're just like, please let something happen. Finally, please let TBI make progress, and we're just
It
praying.
just feels like we go through like stages, like, or phases, like, oh, this could happen, then
It's
nothing happened.
one disappointment after
I
another.
know.
Yeah. So
Very.
we rely on God and our conversations with Him to kind of direct us
Mhm.
in everything we do. Not just this case, but every case. Like just looking for guidance on what the next step should be. Who should we avoid? Who should we talk to? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely leading on the Lord.
Yep. I'm slowing down. You mind if I bow out?
When you do, I have to. Do y'all see the news about high E. coli concentration?
Oh,
Boone Dam, was that recent?
I didn't know about that.
Or just in general, like over time? Because I'll tell you, Boone Lake's like dirty.
What?
Seems dirty.
Well, it's
Like,
don't say that.
well, we're on Boone. When I say dirty, I don't mean like disgustingly dirty. I just mean it's always cloudy. It always seems like there's.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
So I'd leave
weird.
it, but I didn't know they must have shut down the beach or whatever if that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, just today, so that's recent.
Oh.
Wow. So Jillian, we're starting to do more water searches now because we actually have the capacity to. We actually have the resources. It doesn't mean we think she could only be in water. I mean, we do a lot of land searches too. Actually, Monday I've got another land search where I looked in crevices and looked for caves. So everything is on the table until there's some kind of proof that something's off the table. But not just water. It's just that I now have an underwater drone, so it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. Yeah, I noticed that too, Rain Dancer. Watauga Lake is definitely, and it's colder too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's deeper. Yeah. Every time I swim in Boone Lake, Robin, I get an ear infection. Like
I
every
don't.
time.
Look,
Then again, Watauga too. Not Watauga. Holston, Fort Patrick Henry.
I like.
I don't
swimming,
know. The water around here is just warmer, so there's more bacteria.
If you say so.
Yeah, Vicky, that's some people. Some people are more into self-preservation and they try to resolve issues themselves before calling police. And the other thing too about you have to understand about that area of Tennessee, of the Tri-Cities, they don't call the police. Like there's this culture there that they take care of their own, and they don't like calling the police. And they have kind of their own mountain justice, not so much these days as years ago, but there's this thing called mountain justice where they take care of their own and they don't usually call the police. At least that's what I've been hearing from people we've talked to over the past year and a half, 2 years. So I could see not calling and thinking we'll take care of it. So it's possible. It's understandable, not defendable, but it's understandable how it happened in that area because of the culture. Yep, because there's going to be a lot of underwater footage. Hopefully, the cove coming up soon. Oh, there's so many cattle around the creeks.
Yeah, that's true.
We came across so many cattle. Jen, do you and Ryan think that is the Lord trying to help you find somewhere when it gets the feelings? I also said it's okay to be emotional when you get feelings, Jen. Leave it as God helping.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my mouth's full.
Um,
No, I definitely feel.
Not just this. I mean, our whole lives. Like we both had different experiences spiritually, and I've had moments where I've been skeptic my whole life, but when it comes to like communicating, having conversation with God, when I was younger, I was like, I felt like I was best friends with Jesus. Like I would have conversations with Jesus almost every day. I was um, often, and I would have moments where like I would have a conversation spiritually. I'd be praying, and then I'd look up in the sky and no rain, and then there's this rainbow. Actually, Jen had experiences like that recently.
Yeah.
And to us, that's signs like, hey, I hear you. I hear your prayer. It's just a sign, and we get like things like that. And our whole lives, it's not just this case or what we're doing now, but the Lord trying to help us, trying to help.
It's definitely there.
It's been our whole lives. Yeah. So we just don't, we've never liked to be very public about it.
No, it's very private to me, and
Yeah.
I think Ryan too. It's just
it's personal.
just how we see it, I guess.
I can remember as a child in the 70s growing up on the creek, the police wouldn't respond to the calls on Beach Creek. I've heard that.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't think about calling the Popo.
Huh. Interesting.
Again, they had their own mountain justice in the holler. And like I think Candace said, it takes them 40 to 45 minutes to get out there.
Really?
Yeah, which I can get from our house to there in 45 minutes. I know. Like, what the heck?
Weird. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really tired.
Vicky, I had a friend who lost his father, and it was one of the moments in his life that he and his dad had a contract, had a deal. His dad said, when I pass away, I'm going to make contact with you to prove there's another side. And his dad died when he was older. He was, I think, in his 40s. And he felt like he never got that confirmation. His dad never contacted him, in his opinion. And so he actually lost his faith in everything. He was he had been like, no, I'm done. I don't believe in any of that stuff. And the death of family members often makes people, it almost did with my sister. I don't know if I ever told you guys this. I lost my sister when she was 29 to ovarian cancer. She was very young. She had two little boys. One was an infant. And so it was really hard for our whole family. My parents were like losing their first child. And I can't even tell you how long it took to recover from. She was my little sister. And I'd never really lost anyone that close to me in my whole life. This was years ago. It was, I can't remember what year, 2009, 2000,
Yeah. It was
2009,
about 2007.
April 2009, I think.
Mm.
And you start doubting, like, how could God let something like that happen? How could God let someone who you care about so much, what's the purpose? Like,
Right.
what is the point? And what good can come out of something so horrible, someone you love so much? And it took me years, obviously, since that happened so long ago. I had doubts. I started losing a little bit of faith, that all of a belief in God and belief in everything that was even like metaphysical, like spiritual. I
Yeah.
started just this darkness, like, you know what? Nothing in the universe should ever let anything like that happen.
Yeah.
But what changed it for me was my sister passing. My sister passing also made me realize that there's a lot of things my sister told me, or my sister's behavior. Like, she always checked her watch, and she was stressed out her whole life. And we always talked about working hard and having to always be like supporting your family and overworking, you know what I mean, to like support your family. And she was always the type of person that checked her watch all the time. She was so stressed, so stressed. And
She was a nurse.
she was a nurse. She went to school for nursing. And I've actually come to a place where I realized she came to me in a dream, I was dreaming. I had a dream about her. She was sitting on a hill, almost like Jesus, to be honest. It was really weird. And I walked up to her and I'm like, oh my gosh, my sister, I can't believe this. Like, I ran up to her and she was talking to a whole bunch of people. And I think it was like our family members who had passed. And or people, I couldn't recognize any of them except her. And I ran up and I'm like, I can't believe it's you. I can't believe it's you. And she goes, oh, Ryan, I'm so glad you're here. And then I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, because I need to tell you something. She's like, you have to let it go. You have to just let it go. And I'm like, what? She goes, you're going to live forever. Those two things is all she said. You've got to let it go. You're going to live forever. And and then I woke up and for like the longest time, I'm trying, those two phrases, you have to let it go. You're going to live forever. And I'm like, am I going to publish a book and live on forever in infamy? Like, I was trying to.
That's what she meant.
Eventually, it dawned on me. I just realized what she was saying is that all the stress of the day-to-day life, all of the, am I going to lose my job? Am I going to go broke? Am I going to be homeless? Am I going to have something to eat? Am I going to be able to support my family? She's like, none of that matters, because when you pass, it doesn't end. Like, nothing ends. It's hard to explain what I'm trying to say.
No, you're making sense.
But it's like all of the stresses of day-to-day life that you're always worried about, we all are going to the same place, everyone. We're all going to end up passing someday. We're all dying. Yep. And I know it's morbid to say that, but true. We are all on the same path. And is it really worth spending every day that you have to live wasting it worrying about tomorrow? Because tomorrow may not come. Like, you may not get tomorrow. So we're going to like check the time. We're going to race home. We're going to like race to work. We're going to stress about our job. Are we going to get fired? Are we going to get fired? Well, guess what? If you are gone tomorrow, it doesn't really matter if you got fired or not. Like, all these things we worry about don't matter, because when we wake up the next day, we should just be thankful that we have the next day. Like, we're alive. That's the ultimate thing that I came through for me is every day we're alive. That's all that matters. Whether tomorrow comes or not, like, it doesn't, we shouldn't stress about tomorrow because we're alive right now.
What is that quote from Shawshank Redemption? Get busy living or get busy dying.
Get busy living or get busy dying. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, we are.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
I guess that's why a lot of times, like, I don't know, getting a tattoo and just like people is insulting you or saying something like, who cares?
It's just
All that matters is that we're alive today. We're doing what we love
Right.
to do. We're enjoying life, and how someone feels about us, or whether anything bad is going to happen tomorrow, it'll come. Either way, it'll come. But today is what really matters.
Yep. And whatever you say, it doesn't change what meant to happen. You can say whatever.
Yeah.
It's not gonna.
And you think about the idea of you live forever. You live forever. Like, the end isn't the end. I don't believe the end is the end. This could be a whole debate. A lot of people believe like light
Let's
goes
not
out.
Start this at 10. What is
I
it?
know a lot of people
10:30?
believe light goes out, boom. And Jen and I have always talked about energy can't be created or destroyed.
Mhm.
Energy is keeping us conscious here, living this life. Our spirit is here. Our spirit's energy, and like, your body might pass, but that energy just goes
Yep.
and
Goes
keeps
somewhere.
going on. So I don't get the Brady Bunch thing, Marsha.
What? We said Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
Oh yeah,
Duh.
okay. I'm
But
sorry.
come on, you don't get that?
I hope that wasn't insulting. I'm sorry. I love the name Marsha.
Okay, I'm officially tapping
All
out.
right.
I love you guys so much. I'm sorry if I wasn't very talkative,
Yeah.
but
Our Thursdays are pretty much. Hey, our Thursdays are chatting. You should be chatting more.
I know I'm.
I do have to. Finish up the Monday video editing, so it's probably good to get going tonight. We have upcoming, hopefully, news in who knows how long.
Let's not.
But we're just waiting
Something.
now, waiting and praying. Please, everyone, just have your thoughts.
Yeah,
and
pray for us and pray for the case. Pray for.
Don't worry about us. Like, pray.
No, well, I mean that's not.
Yeah, just you know what I mean.
Pray.
Just pray for the situation. Pray that things line up and that things fall into place.
Yes.
I
mean, I guess I was just trying to say, pray that we are doing the right thing. Pray that whatever we do helps.
I didn't mean anything negative.
I know. I just didn't want them to think I'm like pray for.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That good vibes only.
Good vibes only.
Good things happen. With I think enough energy, enough people putting positivity out there.
Right.
Oh, I hope things happen, and then that's all we're going to focus on right now. We're still going to keep searching until something, like I said, comes out. So I've got planned searches. I'm not giving up until, like I said, the day it's resolved. So we're hopeful. We're hoping that you all stay positive, stay hopeful.
So we're so thankful that you guys are there, and that you're in it for the right reasons, just like I think we are.
There's no doubt in my mind, all of you. I just can tell by how you are, the type of people you are in here, in our comments. Like, I don't know that we could keep being as positive and as like just motivated to keep going on the next search.
I love seeing that there's no infighting. There's no, I don't know. Nobody's like accusing people of it.
Yeah.
I mean, in our, it's just like fun banter and like normally, like relevant discussion, and
we can even talk about things. We can talk about serious things in here, and you all are nice to each other, and it's like nice people. That's our tribe. Nice people. Niceness and caring and just like respecting everybody,
Yeah, we really appreciate that a lot.
Love that about you guys. Honestly, everybody in here, everybody watching this after, you being that type of person makes us feel so good that you're part of this community. We wouldn't want any other type of person with us. And so we don't need more subscribers through the roof. We just want good people, quality over quantity.
Yeah,
right.
So that's what we're here for.
If you're a positive person, please feel free to subscribe. We love having you on board. If you are just like negative and you like fighting with people, feel free to move on. It's okay. This isn't your platform.
Because there's no like.
Yes, the vibe becomes your tribe. Absolutely.
Yes, thank you. I love it.
So we are going to have to head out now. We got a lot. I got a lot to do. Jen's probably going to go to bed. But anyway,
you just assume that.
Anyway, we love y'all. We will
probably
catch up on Sunday if we can go live on Sunday. We'll go live on Sunday. Again, appreciate you all. Thank you all for your support in whatever form it takes. Love you all, and please have a great night and sleep well.
Bye, guys.